Louie C. the Mayor, very sad day in Key West today. One of the saddest days in the history of the Conch Republic. I'd like to send my condolences to Cheryl Cates and Crystal Cates, passed away. God bless their families. And I'd like to start the program with a moment of silence for the next 10 seconds. Please join me in a moment of silence for the Cates family. God bless. So in case y'all don't know me, my name's Louie C. the Mayor. I'm on the podcast Monday to Friday, 6:45. Make sure you hit the notifications button right over here. Woo! And those of y'all watching worldwide on YouTube, there's a little square box right here. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel right over here. Woo! Who is Miachael Knowles on production today? And we're on podcast 183. Shout out to my sponsors. Without sponsors, you can't have a podcast. Florida Keys Injury Lawyers, accident lawyers in the Keys. If you have an accident, a car, moped, bicycle, or God forbid on that ocean, FloridaKeysInjury.com, 302 Southern Street. Advanced Urgent Care Key West Marathon and Key Largo. I'm going to tell you what they do over there. They test and treat. They don't do any testing and waiting. The waiting part, that's completely out of the equation on the ivermectin protocol. Go to keyscares.com, $89 affordable health care now. Finally, some affordable health care for our people in Key West. It's tough out here with 3 jobs. You get sick at any point, in the middle of a pandemic. If you didn't learn anything, you got to definitely take care of yourself. So make sure you go ahead and check that out at keyscares.com. Naughty Vapes, the #1 vape shop in Key West, right across the street from the fire department. Locals and military, 10% discount. Huge inventory just came in. Tell them Louie C. the Mayor send you over there and say hello to Rebecca. And make sure you like them on Facebook under Naughty Vapes. What you got for me, Miachael Knowles?
All right.
Okay. Let me see what we got going. All right, Pete, how you doing? A little bit of a sad situation out here. We had 2 prominent members of the community pass away. Like my man's Pete's page, DJ DOS straight out of New York City. He's on Thursday Night Live worldwide. Red Tater and Brooks Carey. Red Tater, boy, that boy ain't nothing to play with. That's a serious individual. Brooks Carey, that man's a living legend. Him and Kyle Ripken, as far as I'm concerned, are side by side, shoulder to shoulder. Thank you for the prayers up, praise up, throw the hearts for the Cates right now in the program. It's all love. James, what is going on? Red Tater says, what's up, Louie and Miachael? Yeah. Sorry for your losses. Thank you, DJ DOS, straight out of New York City. Who is Mike Knowles?
We got Denise Henriquez.
Denise Henriquez, the #1 tax collector in the world.
Okay, we got Lavina.
Who? Jason, how you doing, sir? Thank you for coming in on the podcast.
Lavinia Active Panda.
Oh, Lavina.
Lavina.
She did good in her weightlifting competition. God bless her. Tangela, what's up, girl?
Gary Ferguson.
Gary, what is going on, sir?
We got Brooks Carey.
Brooks Carey, that boy's serious.
Claretta Nicole Garcia.
Claretta, throw the hearts up. All love today for the Cates, please.
And let's see, we got Sean Levin.
Hey, Sean.
And we got Atavia watching.
Atavia. So, Atavia, I need you to tell me if you coming on tomorrow, Thursday, or you want to do it on Monday. I got Chris Valdez coming in. Thank you, Chris. It's been hectic. Me and you need to have a conversation, some real serious stuff going on. I'll call you after the show. Anybody else there, Mike?
Yeah, Cindy Hogan.
Hey, Cindy.
And we got, let's see, Annie Rojas.
Hey, Annie.
And that's it.
LaDonda watching over there at Now Sales and Service, doing it big. So let me get to the meats and potatoes and let y'all know what's really going on. What time is it, Mike? It was about 6:50 something?
Yeah.
Because we started the podcast at 6:45. So I just ate lunch 3 minutes ago. I've been nonstop since I woke up. No breaks, no water breaks, none of that. There's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes that y'all got to be aware of, because this thing is really, really out of control at this point. So my job is to get you all the information. So like that, you have all the information, and then you can make informed decisions on what you guys think, right? So tomorrow we're having a meeting at 5 o'clock at City Hall to determine if we're going to have a curfew for New Year's Eve weekend. Okay, so I'm saying come on to the meeting tomorrow. Make sure you show up. Let your voices be heard and be part of the process. Definitely be part of the solution and not the problem. But I'm calling everybody to come down to City Hall tomorrow and express your opinion on what's going on. I'm gonna tell y'all like this straight up. I do not endorse any curfew under any circumstances unless we're considered hot here in Key West and we have a problem at the hospital, or we're in a situation where we've done everything we could and the situation's escalated to a point of there's nothing that we could do but shut it down. Then I'll be in favor of the curfew. Since we're not in that territory right now, I'm not buying into a curfew in any which way, shape, form, or fashion. Isabel, throw the hearts up for the Cates. She says, sorry about the Cates. Terry Muchler, our meeting has been rescheduled. I need the entire green room, from the janitor to the bartender to the DJs to the entertainer, to show up at City Hall at 5 o'clock tomorrow. So let me explain to you how these politics work around here, because there's a lot of foolishness going on. So I'm going to break it down to you in layman terms, so like that you guys could know what's happening. So tomorrow's discussion is been placed for the curfew as a discussion item. Let me repeat that slow. The item tomorrow for the curfew has been placed as a discussion item, which means that there will just be a discussion on the item of a curfew. Okay, so this means that there will be no vote. So there's 7 people up there. You have the mayor, which I spoke to this morning. Me and her had a conversation. Been a very long time since me and her have a conversation. We agreed to disagree. I don't support her in her vision for curfew. And she basically made up her mind that we have to have a curfew, and I respect her opinion, but I respectfully disagree with her position. And I'm going to tell you why I disagree. So tomorrow, like I said, the item is in place for the curfew as a discussion item, which means that there will be no vote. So I believe this is an injustice to the people of Key West, where you have 7 people sitting up there and none of them are going to vote. And then this could come down the pipeline as a directive from one person, being the mayor. I'm not buying into the program. We vote you in. We give you our opinion as taxpayers, and it's up to you to make the best decision. So a vote must take place. So I'm not buying into a program that says that this cannot be a vote. So I'm challenging my fellow commissioners to basically have the courage to step up and say we want to have an emergency meeting and vote on this item. We do not just want to have a discussion. This is why you're up there, to make these tough decisions. So there's nothing that can tell me that we have a discussion and we can't vote on. This is America, the majority rule, and we have to give people their voices. Okay. Also, let me tell you something, so like that we're very clear on what's going on. This is my opinion. Some of y'all might not agree. Ben says, rest in peace to the Cates. Throw the hearts up to the Cates. All love for the Cates family. The last time I seen Cheryl and Craig was over at Bernstein Park, where they was campaigning. That's the last interaction. I have a video of them, and I'm glad I got to speak to Cheryl, our former First Lady. So it's very sad news. 250,000 people have died in the United States with this COVID. It's a very sad situation, and all you could do is do the best you can and try to stay alive. Your job is to basically get home to your family. You have a job, like a regular job, but your job is to get home to your loved ones. I went to the COVID protocol. God bless me, I made it. $250,000. 250,000 people were not as fortunate to make it, including the case today. Very, very sad. Steve Plum says, stay well. Thank you, Steve. Okay, so I believe that if we want to increase cases of COVID-19 in Key West, we will be doing that by implementing a curfew. I'm going to explain to you why I have this opinion. So what happens is US 1 is still open. So with the curfew, without a curfew, people are still coming to paradise, okay? So now if you put a curfew in place, what will happen is instead of having a controlled area where you could shut down the street from point A to point B, you will have people have their own parties where, might be a capacity of 20 people. You have 100 people jammed up, shoulder to shoulder, therefore increasing chances of COVID cases. You have people in hotels turned up. They're still coming. They're still going to party. Just because a curfew happened that the city puts in place don't mean that people do a curfew with their life. It's not going to, then people are going to celebrate New Year's Eve, the ones that choose to, and they'll do it by all means that they want to. So to me, we're putting ourselves at more risk having these people go to other places. Now, there's a extreme miscommunication of exactly what we're talking about. So you have a restriction of hours for the bars and restaurant, which means you have to close. If you close at 4, you close at 10, right? So that could be what could be implemented, right? Or B, you could have a city-wide curfew. That means you must leave the streets of Key West at 10 o'clock. They both are severe problems for the city. Number one, with the hours closing, people are going to try to get to the bar. So instead of you drinking 1 rum and Pepsi, these people, they turn up, they're going to drink 5 rum and Pepsis, therefore crowding the bar before it gets closed. I'm on the streets. I don't just ride down Duval in my car and Tim to get out. I'm on the streets, in theory, shaking hands and kissing babies. You can't really do it physically, but in theory, I'm doing it. In theory, that's what I'm doing, seeing what the people are talking about, listening to people and getting, perspective on everybody and try to come up with, like the mayor said, solutions. So then you have part B, which is, like I said, shut the city. That means nobody on the street at 10 o'clock. So we don't have resources to even have a mask enforced at 100%. We don't have the manpower for that. All we do is we have the people that we have. We do the best we can. So unless we're preparing, who's going to write a check for 500 more people on the street to enforce masks? We can't enforce them on Monday. We can't enforce them on Wednesday. We can't enforce them on Friday. When I say enforce at 100% level, and we definitely can't enforce New Year's Eve, right? So now when you shut a city down at 10 p.m., what will happen is you will overload the city switchboard to the police department to a point that'll explode. The calls for service are going to be every second on the second. You're gonna have a call for service because you ran the people out from downtown. They went somewhere, and the partying, it's going to be all over the city. We don't have we're not Metro Dade Police Department. We're not the SWAT team. We're not NYC PD. We don't have these resources to put these people in these predicaments to try to enforce a 10 o'clock curfew. We can't even have enough people to enforce a mask mandate. How the hell are we going to enforce people off the street at 10 o'clock on New Year's Eve? Explain that to me. If you have an answer, I'd like to hear it. So that's basically my opinion on that. I'd like to hear what you guys' opinion is on that. They shouldn't choose to party. That's the issue. Ben, who shouldn't choose to party? Who? You're talking about people in general. They don't have a choice to do what they want to do in their life. Is that what you're saying? People are the problem. Selfishness and self-centeredness is the issue. So I just want to get clarification. People should not be able to have free choice of what they do with their life. Is that what you're saying? I just want to be clear because I want to keep it blood raw today. And I don't have to agree, but we could respect each other and agree to disagree. So I just want clarification. Is that what you're saying? stay smart, stay out of other people's faces. Well, mind your business. Old rule in the book, Mike Knowles. I know that you was fortunate enough to work with the Cates during the campaign. Mm-hmm. You did an incredible job. So correct me if I'm wrong. What were you doing for the Cates? What was your job?
I was holding up the campaign sign.
Okay. And were you bothering anybody?
No.
But you were disrespected. As people came by, you said, and screamed stuff at you out of disrespect, right?
Yep.
So where we come from the streets, when you disrespect somebody, I'm going to keep it blood raw with y'all today. I'm on a special type of strand. I don't do drugs. I'm just naturally high. If you get slapped in the mouth and swung on like they do in the street, you shouldn't have been messing with people. So occasionally, I'm not saying don't do what I'm saying is probably not the best way to handle, but occasionally you got to swing on somebody to prove a point that you're not the one to play with. This corporate stuff is fine, but this man is holding a campaign sign. He ain't bothered. He ain't said nothing to you. He looking right. He ain't even looking at you, and you disrespect the man. If Mike said he swung on somebody, knocked you to the ground and kicked you in the ribs, and then he called me, I'm gonna be the first one to go bail him out. Guaranteed, I'll come in again. I said, Mike, probably wasn't the best idea, but you know, sometimes a son of a gun gotta learn the hard way. But let's try to avoid that. Let's stay positive. But some of y'all need to line up and stay in your lane before you get dealt with. Prayer for the Cates family from Pamela, Minnesota, 28 degrees. Please throw the hearts. I want this whole Facebook Live special tribute to the Cates to throw up the hearts. Please throw up the hearts. Zeke 1, boy, see that boy Zeke? You know where that man from? Mm-hmm. That man original from the day one camp. One day. Oh. Mike getting excited, boy. Mike, get me straight. Get me straight. We back on?
Yeah, we back on. We've been on.
It's a little tilted. That camera's tilted, so I'm going to let you get it straight.
You know what happened? This box.
Yeah. It happens. Let me know when you're straight.
All right.
Take your time. Back in business.
Yeah.
It's a live show. So Zeke is my day one. Me and this man was doing it big since we was 13 years old on the streets of hip hop. So this man will tell you he's authorized on behalf of Louie C. the Mayor to break down hip hop for you. This man from day one. We didn't watch nothing on the movies. We learned it on our street. Red Tater. Is it just choose to party or going to the grocery store or church or taking a walk or going to Mallory Square? Who are you to say what people can choose to do? If you want to go, how many of y'all going to, let's just keep, hold on, let me take this. Hold on a second. How many of y'all are going to Duval Street for New Year's Eve? Let me know if you're going to Duval Street, either yes, you're going to pull up or no, you're not. Because I respect whatever you do, right? So I just want to get a roll call and let me know what exactly you guys are doing. So like that, I could get this dialogue going. Sonia Lito, all love player for the Cates. Throw nothing but hearts up today. Every heart that you could throw up, throw hearts all the way through this podcast. Let's go the whole show with nothing but heart. Who is Mike Knowles? What you got for me?
Oh boy.
and go ahead and slide through them if you can't pronounce the last name, give me the first name.
All right. Hold on for 1 second.
Thank you all for all love. Prayers to the Cates family. We lost some conks today. It's a very sad day in paradise, and all we could do is extend our condolences from the bottom of my heart. It's a very sad day.
Jill Craney.
Jill Craney, thank you for checking in. All love. Miss Craney's on top of the game.
Richard Guzman.
Guzman, my man, number one statistician in the world when it comes to sports.
Robbie Cundiff.
Who?
Robbie Cundiff.
Hey, Robbie, how you doing?
Anna Hillman.
Hey, Anna.
We got one here. It says Dilgy Chevra.
Who?
Something Chevra.
How you spell it?
It's Chavarr.
Yeah, sounds like my boy Diggy.
Yep.
That's what it sounds like. Good man. Diggy for police chief.
All right. Scott King.
Scott, what's going on?
Harry Russell.
Harry Russell, one of the top administrators in the world. Thank you for coming on the podcast. God bless you and your family. All conks, come on in. It's conk time right now. We're going to get this blood raw today.
You got Scooby Perez.
Scooby Perez, serious conk situation straight out of softball. Damn, what Gulliver Prep talking about?
April McKenzie.
April, what it is, love? She says Stock Island Crew.
James Cooper.
James Cooper, top Jimmy, one of the top DJs rated worldwide, straight out of Key West, Florida. Throw the hearts up for the Cates right now.
Armani Garcia.
Armani, how you doing?
Annie Holman, she says you are correct.
Which part, Annie?
Nikki Valdez.
Nikki, what is going on?
Let me see. Monica.
Monica, what's up, girl?
Yep.
Who was that?
Marquise.
Always on the show. Throw the hearts up. Nothing but hearts on this podcast today. Who else we got, Mike? Let's get through them.
Carla Lyons.
Hey, Carla.
We got Johnny Monsavich.
Makovich.
Yep. We got Dee Dee Hernish.
Hey, Dee Dee Hardy. Just give me the first names, Mike.
Victoria,
what's up,
Judas, girl? And Debbie. Pamela again.
Hey,
Zeke.
Debbie. Zeke, one I got.
Yeah.
And that's everybody?
Gentleman Roberts.
Hey, Roberts, how you doing?
All right. And Sonia.
Steve.